The sun, a relentless eye in the sky, beat down on the small, dusty village. 10-year-old Anya sat on a worn mat outside her family's mud brick house, oblivious to the heat. Her small hands carefully clutched a tattered book, its pages softened by countless readings. While other children chased a makeshift ball, their joyous shouts echoing in the dry air, Anya's brow was furrowed in concentration. Each word she deciphered was a tiny victory, a step further into a world beyond the parched earth and simple huts. Her eyes, though young, held a fierce determination, a silent promise to herself. She wasn't just reading words, she was absorbing dreams. Later that day, as Anya walked through the village, her precious book tucked under her arm, she passed a group of older women. They sat in the shade of a sparse tree, their voices a low murmur. One woman, her face etched with years of hard labor, cast a skeptical glance at Anya and her book. Another shook her head slowly, a silent comment on the futility of a girl spending her time with books when there was so much work to be done. Anya felt a familiar pang of discouragement, but she clutched her book tighter, her gaze fixed on the path ahead. The whispers might sting, but they wouldn't deter her. Anya's sanctuary was a humble, open-air space beneath a large banyan tree, where a kind-faced older man with spectacles, their village teacher, patiently taught. Today, he pointed with a slender stick to the letters scrawled on a salvaged blackboard. Anya sat in the front row, her eyes wide with eagerness, soaking in every word. Around her, other children, some with notebooks, some just listening, absorbed what they could. Despite the simplicity of their classroom, the air hummed with hope and the quiet power of knowledge being shared. As darkness descended upon the village, a single warm glow emanated from Anya's hut. By the flickering light of a small oil lamp, she sat on the floor, diligently writing in a worn notebook. Her tongue peeked out in concentration as she meticulously formed each letter. In the background, her parents lay sleeping on their mats, their quiet breaths a testament to their long day of toil. Anya knew their sacrifices, and it fueled her determination to make every late-night lesson count. This quiet persistence was her silent rebellion against the limitations of her world. Years passed, marked by countless hours of study. One crisp morning, a slightly older Anya stood on the rural road, leading out of her village. A small, carefully packed bag was slung over her shoulder. In the distance, a bus approached, its metallic hum growing louder. Her heart fluttered with a mix of nervousness and exhilarating anticipation. She was leaving the familiar, receding landscape of her village, embarking on a journey to the city, to higher education. The sky, painted with the soft hues of dawn, promised new beginnings. The city was a bewildering kaleidoscope of sights and sounds. Anya, now in her late teens, walked along a bustling street, dwarfed by towering buildings and the relentless flow of traffic. The sheer scale and pace were overwhelming, a stark contrast to the quiet rhythm of her village. Yet her determination remained unwavering. Clutching her backpack and a handful of well-worn books, she navigated the throngs, her eyes fixed on the path to the university, a beacon in this urban labyrinth. Challenges loomed, but so did endless possibilities. Inside a sprawling university lecture hall, Anya was a silent testament to her journey. She sat among hundreds of other students, her gaze fixed on the professor who articulated complex theories on the whiteboard. Notes flew from her pen, filling page after page. The intellectual engagement was intoxicating, a world away from the dusty village school. This was the fruit of her labor, the realization of a dream whispered under a banyan tree and nurtured by the glow of an oil lamp. Years later, Anya, now a confident professional with a bright smile, stood in her transformed village. Behind her, a sturdy, newly built schoolhouse stood tall, a vibrant symbol of progress. She knelt, talking to a group of wide-eyed younger children, her voice soft and encouraging as she handed out brightly colored books. Her journey hadn't ended with her own success. It had circled back, bringing light to the very place where her dreams had first taken root. Anya stood before a modern classroom, filled with eager young minds. She was no longer just a student, but a teacher, a mentor, a guide. The sleek smartboard behind her displayed complex diagrams, and her voice, confident and clear, filled the room with knowledge. She moved with purpose, inspiring the next generation, embodying the transformative power of education. She was living proof that a single seed of knowledge, nurtured with dedication, could blossom into a forest of opportunity. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the now thriving village, Anya stood on a small hill, gazing out at the landscape. The schoolhouse, a new health clinic, and improved homes dotted the view. A sense of profound contentment washed over her. She held no book now, for the knowledge was within her, a part of her very being. From a small girl with a tattered book to a woman who had changed her own life and the lives of many others, Anya was a living story of what education can achieve. The horizon, once limited by dust and doubt, now stretched out, infinitely bright.